Camp Commanders, sponsored by AAA.
And WUSA 9, of course, the official television station of the Commanders, and we're here to bring you live in-depth coverage as training camp gets back underway today.
This morning, Allison Seymour joins us live from the Commanders training facility in Ashburn. Allison, good morning to you. I know you gotta talk about the Terry McLaurin drama. The saga continues, but you're there with the fans right now, and the fans are excited about what's to come.
Oh, they really are. I mean, the line is, I can't even see the end of the line right now, Wisdom, and good morning to you, Annie. But it's just great. You can feel the excitement. You know, up until now, I think I've been doing a pretty good job as color, commentator, but now we need to get some real nuts and bolts of what we're talking about out here. So I had to call in the big guns. I'm so happy to be joined by David Harris, and he is the Locked On Commanders podcast host with us now. We were talking to the fans. We were doing a little, laughing and giggling about how excited we are about the season to come. And that is a real part of it. That is a real part. In fact, I want to get your perspective on this. Like, literally, I cannot see the end of this line for fans just waiting to get in. And these are the season ticket holders. What was this like, 3 years ago?
It was not like this at all. They didn't need the barricades. They didn't need to necessarily count the tickets. There were open practices. I mean, we all, probably remember that infamous practice where, myself included, took a picture. There was about 13 fans in attendance.
Ooh.
Total, sitting behind a rope, no bleachers, no food. They had to bring their own camping chairs or else there was nowhere to sit. And it was just, the word that I used back at that time, honestly, was tragic, right? It was just kind of tragic to see such a proud franchise to go down that road. But as you can see, that proud franchise is back, and the fans who've been waiting for a reason to be proud of the franchise again are absolutely out here in droves.
I mean, do I remember when tickets were like a couple of dollars?
I mean, tickets for training camp were free, and they were open to everybody. There was no limited or registration, and people just didn't show up. And it just kind of was the sign of the times and where the franchise was. But, the revitalization, rebirth of the Commanders has been exciting, and it's continuing to go.
Okay, that was yesterday. Today is a new day. We're so excited to be here today with training camp. We see the Commanders in full pads.
Oh, yeah.
How big a deal is this? What does it mean for this stage of training camp?
Oh, it's massive. It's massive. For the players, they've been kind of like pushing each other and bumping into each other. Now they actually get to hit each other a little bit. They're still friends, they're still teammates, so they're not going to go 100% and all that stuff, but the real competition starts, and head coach Dan Quinn has been talking really all of training camp long. It's hard to evaluate the offensive line, defensive line, and the running backs especially without pads on. So today, they get to throw the pads on, and you get to do some real evaluation of those guys specifically.
Right. I got to ask, we're excited about this roster. In your opinion, did we do enough in the offseason? Did we plug the players that we needed to? Do we plug them in the right spots?
Yeah, I think on paper you can absolutely say that, right? The run defense needed to be bolstered. I think it's been bolstered. The pass rush needed to be at least maintained. And I'll be honest with you, seeing Von Miller out here, I know Von Miller's almost my age, but he moves like a man who's at least 20 years younger than me, and that's very exciting. And then I think the running back group has gotten better. The offensive line has improved, and Jaden is just continuing to grow within his role. So on paper, absolutely. We'll see what happens when we hit the field, but you can at least say that right now you can be confident.
We're out of time. The missing piece, Terry McLaurin, but he is here. How optimistic are you that this will soon be taken care of?
Yeah, I think Terry's deal will get done, right? And him being here is a massive step in the right direction. Whether it happens, before the first game or the second game is hard to really pinpoint, but it'll get done in time.
Okay. Thank you for being the play-by-play to my color commentary.
Of course, absolutely. Appreciate you.
Okay. Of course. Check out David on the Locked On podcast. Everywhere you get your only the most in-demand podcast. That's where you find the Locked On podcast. David, thank you so much. We'll see you inside. So this line, folks are about to go in, in about 20 minutes or so. Everything's pushed up a little bit. So as the fans go, so do we, because you know who we are. The official television broadcast partner of the Washington Commanders.
That's right. Al, you know what? I think I think you're doing an excellent job out there. David, of course, being that balance to your commentary. Love it, because it's all sides of the game, the fanfare, the actual X's and O's. You know what he said about Von Miller, I think, is proof that age ain't nothing but a number.
Nope. as you can clearly see by me being out here with these people who are all very much half my age.
You're doing great. You're doing great. Thanks, Al. We'll check back in with you shortly.
All right. WSA 9 gives you greater access to players and coaches than any other TV station. Be sure to watch our Commanders coverage every day during training camp on WSA 9 News and streaming WSA 9 Plus.
And we are less than 2 weeks away from the return of Commanders preseason football right here on WUSA 9. August 8th, the Commanders take on the Patriots in New England, and Washington legend Brian Mitchell and our very own Chick Hernandez are calling the action once again. You can catch it all right here on WUSA 9. So basically, Jay, just keep it locked right here.